college basketball live stream today, February 3rd, 2025. The games that we'll be talking about today will be taking place on February 8th of 2025. Before we get into those matchups, let's look and see who is in the AP poll top 25. For the women, number 1, UCLA. Number 2, South Carolina. Number 3, Notre Dame. Number 4, Texas. Number 5, UConn. Number 6, LSU. Number 7, USC. Number 8, Ohio State. Number 9, TCU. Number 10, Duke. Number 11, Kentucky. Number 12, Kansas State. Number 13, North Carolina. Number 14, North Carolina State. Number 15, Oklahoma. Number 16, Maryland. Number 17, Georgia Tech. Number 18, West Virginia. Number 19, Tennessee. Number 20, Michigan State. Number 21, California. Number 22, Florida State. Number 23, Alabama. Number 24, Vanderbilt. Number 25, Oklahoma State. Can y'all hear me out there in YouTube land? Welcome to Sports Live Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports Live. I am broadcasting live today, and we are doing the college basketball picks, our perspective. I just went over the women's AP poll top 25. We're now going to go over the men's AP poll top 25. Then we're going to look at the matchup, specifically who will be playing within the top 25 games for Saturday, February 8th of 2025. After we do that, we will then go through each game and make our picks on who we feel will win the game. Anyway, in the men's AP poll top 25, you have number 1, Auburn. Number 2, Duke. Number 3, Alabama. Number 4, Tennessee. Number 5, Houston. Number 6, Florida. Number 7, Purdue. Number 8, Iowa State. Number 9, Michigan State. Number 10, Texas A&M. Number 11, Marquette. Number 12, St. John's. Number 13, Texas Tech. Number 14, Kentucky. Number 15, Missouri. Number 16, Kansas. Number 17, Memphis. Number 18, Maryland. Number 19, UConn. Number 20, Arizona. Number 21, Wisconsin. Number 22, Mississippi State. Number 23, Illinois. Number 24, Michigan. And number 25, Ole Miss. Now, let's look at the matchups that are in the top 25 for the women and for the men for Saturday, February 8th. That's the games in question. For the women, you'll have number 12, Kansas State versus number 25, Oklahoma State. You'll have number 18, West Virginia versus Houston. Number 9, TCU versus Texas Tech. Number 7, USC versus number 8, Ohio State. Next, in the men, you have number 8, Iowa State versus TCU. Number 9, Michigan State versus Oregon. Number 4, Tennessee versus Oklahoma. Number 14, Kentucky versus South Carolina. Number 21, Wisconsin versus Iowa. Number 11, Marquette versus Creighton. Number 16, Kansas versus Kansas State. Number 10, Texas A&M versus number 15, Missouri. Number 1, Auburn versus number 6, Florida. Number 5, Houston versus Colorado. Number 2, Duke versus Clemson. Number 23, Illinois versus Minnesota. Number 25, Ole Miss versus LSU. And number 13, Texas Tech versus Arizona. Before we make our picks for this week, I just want to let you know that last week we had one women's game that was in the top 25. 1 win, 0 losses on that one. And in the men's games, we had 15 games last week that we picked, and we had 9 wins and 6 losses. So now, let's have the fun part stuff. Now, it does not matter if you know anything about any of these teams at all. So, you just cast your vote in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to win the game, and that's how we'll do it for these games. We'll start with the women. And the numbers at this point don't matter. So Kansas State or Oklahoma State, who do y'all have? Kansas State or Oklahoma State? Anybody? All right, since nobody's going to say anything on that one, we're going to go Kansas State. Next game is in the women, West Virginia versus Houston. West Virginia or Houston, who do y'all have? Okay, since nobody's responded on that one, we'll go West Virginia. Next game we've got is TCU versus Texas Tech. TCU or Texas Tech, who do y'all have? And keep in mind, this is the women that we're talking about now. And since nobody's responding, we're going to go TCU on that one. Next game we have is USC or Ohio State. USC or Ohio State. Anybody? Okay, so nobody's responded on that one. Let's go with USC. So now we're going to go to the men's action for top 25. Excuse me. Iowa State or TCU? Iowa State or TCU, men's basketball. Who do y'all have? Okay, since nobody's responded on that one, we're going to go Iowa State. Next game we're going to look at is Michigan State or Oregon. Michigan State or Oregon. Who do y'all have? Anybody? Okay, nobody's responded on that one, so we're going to go Michigan State. All right, next game we got is Tennessee or Oklahoma. Tennessee or Oklahoma. Who do y'all have? Okay, nobody's responded on that one either, so we're going to go Tennessee. Next game we have is Kentucky or South Carolina. Kentucky or South Carolina. Okay, nobody's responding, so we're going to go Kentucky on that one. Next game is Wisconsin or Iowa. Wisconsin or Iowa. Who do y'all have? Anybody? All right, nobody's responding there, so we're going to go Wisconsin. Next game we have is Marquette or Creighton. Marquette or Creighton. Okay, nobody's responded on that one, so we're going to go Marquette. Next game is Kansas versus Kansas State. Who do y'all have? Kansas or Kansas State? Okay, nobody's responding, so we're going to go Kansas on that one. Next game we'll go with is Texas A&M or Missouri. Texas A&M or Missouri. Anybody? Okay, I guess we're going to go Missouri on that one. I think Missouri has a better chance of winning than Texas A&M. Next game, Auburn versus Florida. Auburn or Florida? Who do y'all have? Okay, nobody's responding, so we're going to go Auburn over Florida. Next game we have is Houston or Colorado. Houston or Colorado? Who do y'all have? All right, nobody's responding, so we're going to go Houston in that one. Next game we have is Duke or Clemson. Duke versus Clemson. Who do y'all have? Anybody? Okay, we're going with Duke. Next game we have is Illinois or Minnesota. Illinois versus Minnesota. Who do y'all have? Anybody? Nobody's responded on that one, so we'll go Illinois. Next game we have is Ole Miss or LSU. Ole Miss or LSU? Anybody? It looks like since nobody's going to respond on this one, we're going to go Ole Miss. Last game we're going to look at today is Texas Tech or Arizona. Texas Tech or Arizona. And I think we're going to go Texas Tech. So I ended up being the one making the picks today because nobody cast their vote for anything. But this is what we went for this week. In the women's action, we had Kansas State defeating Oklahoma State. We had West Virginia beating Houston, TCU beating Texas Tech, and USC beating Ohio State. In the men's action, we had Iowa State beating TCU, Michigan State defeating Oregon. Tennessee defeating Oklahoma. Kentucky defeats South Carolina. Wisconsin defeats Iowa. Marquette defeats Creighton. Kansas defeats Kansas State. Missouri defeats Texas A&M. Auburn defeats Florida. Houston defeats Colorado. Duke defeats Clemson. Illinois defeats Minnesota. Ole Miss defeats LSU. And Texas Tech defeats Arizona. So, reviewing one last time, in the AP poll for the women, you have number 1, UCLA, number 2, South Carolina, number 3, Notre Dame, number 4, Texas, number 5, UConn, number 6, LSU, number 7, USC, number 8, Ohio State, number 9, TCU, number 10, Duke, number 11, Kentucky, number 12, Kansas State, number 13, North Carolina, number 14, North Carolina State, number 15, Oklahoma, number 16, Maryland, number 17, Georgia Tech, number 18, West Virginia, number 19, Tennessee, number 20, Michigan State, number 21, California, number 22, Florida State, number 23, Alabama, number 24, Vanderbilt, number 25, Oklahoma State. In the men's AP poll top 25, you have Auburn as number 1, number 2 is Duke, number 3, Alabama, number 4, Tennessee, number 5, Houston, number 6, Florida, number 7, Purdue, number 8, Iowa State, number 9, Michigan State, number 10, Texas A&M, number 11, Marquette, number 12, St. John's, number 13, Texas Tech, number 14, Kentucky, number 15, Missouri, number 16, Kansas, number 17, Memphis, number 18, Maryland, number 19, UConn, number 20, Arizona, number 21, Wisconsin, number 22, Mississippi State, number 23, Illinois, number 24, Michigan, and number 25, Ole Miss. We've already gone over the matchup specifically, but we're going to do this again. For the women, you have number 12, Kansas State versus number 25, Oklahoma State. Number 18, West Virginia versus Houston. Number 9, TCU versus Texas Tech. Number 7, USC versus number 8, Ohio State. In the men's top 25 matchup action, you have number 8, Iowa State versus TCU. Number 9, Michigan State versus Oregon. Number 4, Tennessee versus Oklahoma. Number 14, Kentucky versus South Carolina. Number 21, Wisconsin versus Iowa. Number 11, Marquette versus Creighton. Number 16, Kansas versus Kansas State. Number 10, Texas A&M versus number 15, Missouri. Number 1, Auburn versus number 6, Florida. Number 5, Houston versus Colorado. Number 2, Duke versus Clemson. Number 23, Illinois versus Minnesota. Number 25, Ole Miss versus LSU. And number 13, Texas Tech versus Arizona. All of these games that are mentioned will be taking place on February 8th of 2025, which would be the Saturday of the week that's in question. So, anyway, with that, top 25 picks and our picks that we're going to make for it and stuff, thank you again for joining me, Sports Live Media, on YouTube, going over these college basketball picks. We will be doing this live stream once a week, and it's usually going to be on Tuesdays, the exception being next week. Next week, we will be doing it on Monday evening. I'm not sure of the time yet regarding what time it will be taking place on Monday, but it'll be taking place on Monday. This live stream will also continue until 1 week before the end of the regular season, and we have some other special live streams planned. So, if you will, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I'm doing these live broadcasts, when I have sports action videos, when I have sports education videos, and when I have breaking news in the sports world. I'm also asking that you'll please hit the subscribe button, and the way you can do that is you can directly subscribe through my channel. If you want to find me, you can go to www.youtube.com/the @ sportslov. if you want to find me in an easier way, you go to the YouTube search tab. Excuse me. And you type in Bob Amin, Bobamin. You'll know it's me because I have Sports Love Media burned into a basketball as my avatar. I'm also engaged on Twitter X. My handle is at BobAmin16. That is the at symbol, Bobamin 16 on Twitter. So anyway, do any of y'all have any questions, comments, or what we just talked about today? I'm sorry if it seemed a little bit one-sided, and I'm also sorry that it sounds like I'm recovering from a cold. I'm a little under the weather right now, but things will get better soon. Anyway, thank you again for tuning in today on this live broadcast. I do greatly appreciate it, and we will do this again on Monday afternoon of next week regarding the college basketball picks. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.